You take a bite of a hot dog, soft bun, a steaming sausage, a hint of mustard tingling on the tip of your tongue. Everything feels perfect. But did you know that back in the 1890s, people genuinely believed this food was made from dogs? Hold on before you swallow. I'm not joking. For a while, on American streets, people looked at that long sausage and whispered, "Careful, it might be dog meat." Sounds ridiculous, sure about as logical as thinking Wi-Fi runs on tidal waves. Yet the rumor became so widespread that it helped shape the bold, a slightly dangerous name we know today, hot dog. And the story behind that name is more flavorful than the extra mustard you just squeezed on. By the late 19th century, America was booming with immigration. Germans arrived in large numbers, bringing beer, to music, and of course, sausages. Frankfurters from Frankfurt and Wieners from Vienna began appearing on pushcarts across busy streets. Now, imagine the context of that era. Street food had no Instagram filters, no strict hygiene inspections, no organic labels, just a mustached German vendor, a smoking cart, and a type of minced meat so finely ground you couldn't tell what animal it once was. Naturally, the crowd's imagination started running wild. Sausage carts earned a nickname straight out of a low-budget detective movie, dog wagons. Not because anyone saw a poodle being loaded inside, but because those long sausages looked suspiciously like a German dog breed, the Dachshund, you know the one. Long body, short legs, shaped like a tiny subway train. Americans even joked and called it the sausage dog. So, when a German vendor sold a long, thin brown sausage, people's brains made the connection on their own. There was no proof of dog meat, no shocking exposé, just suspicion hanging in the air like the smell of charcoal smoke. And from that suspicion, a joke was born. Here's the irony: the more people doubted it, the more they bought it. Sounds strange? Right, but human psychology works that way. Controversy attracts curiosity. Someone tells you, "Don't watch that movie," and suddenly you have to see it. Hot dogs became food for the masses, cheap, fast, and hot. A single sausage cost only a few cents back then, enough to fill a student's stomach for an evening, roughly the street coffee equivalent of today. Instead of fighting the rumor, Americans did the opposite. They embraced it. The name hot dog wasn't a confession. It was a wink, a playful jab, as if saying, "Yeah, maybe it's dog, but it tastes good, doesn't it?" That humor took the power away from fear. When you laugh at a rumor, you control it. The hot dog transformed from mystery meat into a cultural icon. It showed up at baseball games, fairs, and along Coney Island's beaches where people strolled with steaming sausages in hand, mustard dripping down their fingers. Not a single imaginary dog in sight. But the story doesn't end with rumors. In the early 20th century, America's meat industry really did have problems. Upton Sinclair's 1906 novel, The Jungle, exposed shocking conditions inside meatpacking factories. No exaggeration needed. Some details were enough to keep readers awake at night. Public suspicion wasn't entirely baseless. That outrage eventually led to food safety laws, inspections, regulations. Labeling. The meat inside sausages was clearly defined: beef, pork, spices, no dachshunds secretly sneaking onto production lines. And yet, the name hot dog survived. It lived through scandals, reforms, wars, even attempts to make it sound more sophisticated by returning to the name Frankfurter. Recipes changed. Toppings evolved: ketchup, fried onions, pickles. But that teasing nickname stayed. No one wanted to let it go, because it reminds us of something deeply human: we fear, we doubt, we mock, and eventually, we turn it all into a joke so we can keep enjoying our food. Think about it. A dish once suspected of being dog meat is now a symbol of American Independence Day. Every July 4th, Tens of millions of hot dogs are eaten enough to imagine a sausage chain stretching thousands of kilometers across the country. From rumor to national tradition, that's a dramatic plot twist. So next time you hold a hot dog, you might smile a little. Not out of fear, but because you're biting into a century-old joke. And if you enjoy stories like this, where a simple street snack hides a social drama, where rumors evolve into branding your own kitchen, is probably full of suspects waiting to be interrogated. Maybe next time we'll open a ketchup bottle and discover another secret ready to be revealed. But first, finish that hot dog.